Every time a DeLorean owner complains that they can't get a starter motor that's worth a damn, the vendors are all selling made in Asia starter motors, and the word on the street is that they either show up dead on arrival or they die shortly thereafter, and owners are very frustrated, understandably so. But every time they do this, every time they complain that, you can't get a decent starter motor for your DeLorean anymore, you might as well air up the Schwinn and ride your bike instead. I take that as a personal challenge. And I go on eBay, plain old-fashioned eBay, nothing fancy, just to see what I can find. And sure enough, you're going to have all kinds of starter motors, new manufacturer starter motors from outfits with the name like, Wang Li or Shenzhen or Gufao or, obviously Asian names. It mesmerizes me that they don't even try to hide their origin. And their new manufacturer, which sounds alluring, but it comes with the caveat of Asian quality control or lack thereof. And I'm sure that's all the vendors are doing. They're probably just going on eBay and buying these things, then marking them up, because on eBay, these made in Asia starter motors are around $150 or so. The vendors will sell them for between $200 and $300. But I suspect that that's their origin, is they just go on eBay and buy Winjin starter motors, and then mark them up and sell them to unsuspecting DeLorean owners. But mixed in with all the Wang Li starter motors will be made in USA rebuilds. And they're made in USA because the seller lists their website. And you go to the website, and sure enough, it's like, Ernie's Electric Motor Repair in Georgia. They've been rebuilding electric motors for 100 years, and all they've done is they've just added eBay to their business mix. And I've got 3 that I've purchased from American rebuilders. They're original equipment, Eagle Premier starter motors that have been rebuilt by an outfit in Georgia. I got one from Alabama. And those are the starter motors that you've seen in my other videos where I'm showing how they work and things like that. This time I did not find any made in USA rebuilds, but what I did find were the Junkyard starter motors. Because you always have at least 1 or 2 Junkyard starter motors, because the Junkyards all sell on eBay now. And they're typically around $75 or so, about half of what Winjin is asking. But this one was $25. It is a Mitsubishi original equipment starter motor made in Japan, and it had free shipping. So I said, for $25, I'll take a chance. What the heck? And so let me fire up my original equipment, Eagle Premier 3.0 Mitsubishi made in Japan starter motor, and let's see if it works. So there you have it. For all the DeLorean owners that are moaning and groaning about the $300 starter motor that they bought from an official DeLorean vendor, made in Asia by Gufao Starter Motors Inc., that showed up dead on arrival or died shortly thereafter, you do have other options.